Shalom, giving all praises, acknowledgement, honor, glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Harakah, Hakwadash. Yahweh meaning He is, He exists, and Yahweh Shai meaning He deliverer. Those are the names of the Heavenly Father and His beloved Son, who the world would ignorantly call Jesus Christ. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS that have taught us this truth, and they continue to teach us. And shalom to our brothers doing this mighty and powerful works. Now, every day the internet reminds you why you should stay single. Or even if you have a woman, why you shouldn't even desire to have multiple wives right now, or even deal with these bitches. Alright? They always go on the internet and confess, and they got they get praised for destroying a man, for destroying their families. Yeah, man. We see why Apostle Paul was big on, be ye followers of me as I am follower of Yahweh Shai Mashiach. Paul was solitary. All right, he pretty much told the congregation, look, do without a woman. And back in those times, that's like a wound to Jake, because marriages was big back in those days. Proposals, espousals. And here it is, Paul is like, look, do without one. For this ministry sake. And look, 2,000 plus years later, and you see clearly why. These women are devils. They're evil as shit. Alright?
33, 34. This little YN, he was like, message me on Facebook and Instagram. I would never write him back. So I'm gonna tell y'all a story time about how my ex-husband caught me cheating. Alright, so when I was I probably was 33. Yeah, I was 33, 34. This little YN.
Bro, these women would destroy their whole marriage, happy life, stable life, even in they washed up years, even in their 30s, their 40s, their 50s. These women would throw their whole family away. Alright, 1 Corinthians 1 and 7 and 1. Now concerning the things whereof ye wrote unto me. They were probably complaining. It is good for a man not to touch a woman. So I'm pretty sure there was probably adultery going on, in the congregation. Out of order, disorderly, women around, brothers dealing with same shit that bro's dealing with now. A fucking demon. Alright? It is good for a man not to touch a woman. 1 Corinthians 7 and 1 NLT. Now regarding the questions you asked in your letter, yes, it is good to abstain from sexual relations. Sometimes it's best to not join with a woman. You know what I'm saying? That shit is real, bro. Cause these women ain't nothing but baggages, stress, fucking emotional trauma dump. Alright? A whole bunch of fucking emotional problems. You know, spoiled goods. And then you have to deal with them. You gotta deal with their concern, their problems, how they feel. It's better just not have none. Alright? Now, there's benefits to having a woman and having the mind frame of how to rule a woman, like putting that bitch to work and shit. You know? But the downsides is not worth it. Talk too much, complain too much, attitude, always trying to conquer you, always trying to challenge you, question you. Is all of that worth it just to get your rocks off? Or to have some companionship? Nah, it's not, man. So it's better to kill all of that and have no woman. You'll be more focused. Nevertheless, to avoid fornication, let every man have his own wife. Yeah, and sometimes it's better not deal with a woman to fucking avoid adultery. These bitches be lying. Oh, I'm single. Yeah, I'm in this single line behind fucking a whole roster. Single my ass. She got multiple men. Her favorites list. That's a new thing now. Bitches have notes where it's dudes that they have been with. They keep track. They rate them. They always, man, social media also. I really wanted to go into this because she was bored at home and some dude was like tracking her on social media, all type of shit. And there's men out there that love getting with married women, love the desire of conquering another man's woman, which is kind of gay, bro. Super gay. Let every man have his own woman, his own wife. Think about it. There is so much fish in the sea. There's so much women out there. There's like 10 women. I'm just giving an estimation. There's like 10 women to one man. And there's dudes out here trying to take your fish. Like, get your own fucking fish. There's a big ass ocean. Alright? And let every woman have her own husband. Let the husband render unto the wife due benevolence. Yeah, and that's a real thing, man. If you ain't touching your woman, if you ain't giving her the rod of correction, she gonna go out and get it somewhere else. Or she gonna be weak. You know? It says, and likewise also the wife unto the husband. So whenever y'all need it, it's supposed to happen. It ain't supposed to be no fucking arguments or pulling away, or I ain't giving you none, you sleeping on the couch because you angry. Yeah, man. It says, 1 Corinthians 7:3, the husband should fulfill his wife's sexual needs, and the wife should fulfill her husband's needs. Yeah, it doesn't matter if you're tired, just got off work. That's, hey, y'all gotta make y'all needs be met. Alright? You got marriage, people ignoring each other and shit. Even the man, if you do got another little side piece, you're supposed to still be dealing with your woman. You know? Or she gonna step out. It says, the wife had not power over her own body. Yeah, you women talking about your body, your choice. You don't have no control. If a man wants it now, if he wants it 5 times a day, which, you know, that's a little too excessive, he get, hey, man, that, whatever. That's his for the taking. But the husband, likewise also the husband had not power over of his own body, but the wife. So y'all belong to each other. You know what I'm saying? If she wants it, you give it to her. Alright? There shouldn't be no reframing and shit. Yeah, a woman be mad as shit, trying to ignore you, not trying to, cause you done pissed her off or said something wrong. Man, you're supposed to take it. Give a damn. Take that shit. Cause she has no control. It's yours now. It's your wife. Even if a woman is mad or angry, even if she's saying stop and she's like being an asshole. You know, there's a thing where women are actually calling their husband to trial or whatever over raping them. Hell no, that shouldn't even be a real. You know how this world is, but the fuck, that man did not do nothing wrong. Alright? It says, defraud you not one the other, except to be with consent for a time. And it says, that ye may give yourself to fasting and prayer, and come together again, that Satan tempt you not for your incontinency. So, the NLT, verse 5, do not deprive each other of sexual relations, unless you both agree to refrain from intimacy for a limited time, so you can give yourself more completely to prayer. Afterward, you should come together again, so that Satan won't be able to tempt you because of your lack of self-control. So the only time you should refrain from each other is in righteousness, going on a fast or in prayer. That's something our people would do in the ancient world, but now, hell no. And it says, KJV verse 6, but I speak this by permission and not of command. For I would that all men were even as I myself, meaning single, not chasing no woman, not looking to wife no woman up, you know. Man, Paul was stoic as shit, bro. The world would call him a misogynist. He put women in their place, and he was stern. He was solely focused on that crown, man, which is laid up for him. And he's back here, on point. And we know who he is in the spirit. For I would that all men were even as I myself, but every man had his proper gift of the Most High, one after this manner, and another after that. So every man got their gift. And sometimes that's your lot, man. Most High have you single as hell. You ain't getting no play. Women ain't really interested in you. Brothers be handsome. Brothers be, well-rounded. Got their shit together. And that's how the Most High set it up. But not everybody could be single. Not every brother was meant to be single. Some brothers' lot was to have family. Some brothers' lot was to run into 3 or 4 women and deal. Some brothers were supposed to have 2 women. That's why he said it's not a command, but I speak this by permission. He's not telling everybody to be like that. Because, man, we weren't created to be single. The Most High said, be fruitful and multiply. So what Paul is speaking is like blowing their mind. He's so focused, he don't want to deal with no woman. Yeah, I wish I didn't deal with no woman. I say, therefore, to the unmarried and widows. So the ones that your husband passed on, or you're no longer married, something happened to where you don't have a husband. Wait. The unmarried also, the ones that don't have a man. It is good for them if they abide even as I. Even the women. Some women, their husband passed on and they, some of them never lay with another man. It's good. And then you have women that haven't been with a man or haven't chose, a partner, them as well. So it says, the NLT verse 8, so I say to those who aren't married and to the widows, it is better to stay unmarried, just as I am. But if they cannot contain, because there's a real thing, man, that desire, we all have it. It's programmed into us. Eve was created to be the helpmate. Eve was created for Adam. We all have that desire, man. The Most High created us to be fruitful and multiply. Let them marry. So there's going to come to a point where you desire someone. Companionship. Desire intimacy, which is completely natural. For it is better to marry than to burn. Oh man, that burn is, whew. Especially if you're a man that had multiple, women. That burn is crazy, man. So it's better to get with someone than to burn, because then you start, your desires will have you go off in the deep end, Like certain women will fall out of the truth because they burning. You know, they can't contain themselves. So if they cannot contain, let them marry. That's the unmarried and the widow and even men. You know? The NLT, but if they can't control themselves, they should go ahead and marry. Which, marry is what? S-E-X. Now the Spirit got me talking about this, which is kind of interesting. Gameo, to take to wife, to lead into, is to wed of either sex. See? That's what marriage is. People think it's putting a ring on. No. And then waiting until marriage. No, you get with a woman, you get with a man. That's what it is. It says, but if they can't control themselves, they should go ahead and marry. It is better to marry than to burn with lust. Yeah, that burn is crazy, man. And unto the married I command, yet not I, but the Lord. Let not the wife depart from her husband. Yeah, because women are quick to leave. Oh, I'm with the dude in the world. I wanna leave. Like, you know. Women look for any excuse to get up out of a relationship. And that's why you see a lot of these women, they be going on the internet bitter. I've been with a Hebrew Israelite man. They start talking shit, or, you know, I couldn't take it no more. So, yeah, man, but, verse 11, but if she depart, let her remain unmarried. Like, if you leave, man, which you ain't supposed to do, you're supposed to stay untouched. No new boyfriend, no new plaything, alright? And be reconciled to her husband, and let not the husband put away his wife. Yeah, so we ain't supposed to put our woman away unless it's adultery, or unless she don't want to listen to you and you can't agree and she's just being a demon. But it's just best to stay with the woman, especially if you got children. Oh man, you don't want to put yourself through that and them through that. You know, but I can only speak as breaking this down from my limited experience. I can't speak with it as a man that has like children and stuff like that. You would have to listen to a brother that got kids and family and shit. But yeah, from my experience of putting away a woman, is because differences, disagreements. But the rest I speak not of the Lord. And if any brother had a wife that believed not, and she be pleased to dwell with him, let him not put her away. Yeah, that's the spirit of the world, man. They get with a woman, they get tired of her, they want to get rid of her. Nah, man, you're supposed to stay with the woman. You know she's the weaker vessel. You know she's a demon. You still got to deal. But yeah, that's about it, man. It's better to be single. I kind of went a little longer on them scriptures, but.
And he was like, message me on Facebook and Instagram. I would never like write him back. I write him back. He like write him back. So one day I'm just bored.
I'm bored. See, That's the thing. A lot of these dudes don't know what to do with these women. You gotta constantly put their ass to work. Bitch, bored from what? There's always shit to clean. That you got kids. There's always food to make. And then bored, that means she's at home. Dude is providing for her. You should never be bored. There's a whole routine to do. Clean something. Prepare something. Cooking's what? Hour, 2 hour. Cleaning, couple hours. Folding clothes, laundry, couple hours. Washing dishes, couple minutes. There's always some shit to do, but these women, they just laying around on social media all day. And then you got all these men flooding in. And she bored. She ain't getting no fulfillment because men out here ain't even like telling these women what to do. But either way, these women they're just demon, man. They look for any excuse.
He ended up writing me, so I ended up like writing him back. Okay, so I started talking to him or whatever. He cute, like he was cute. So we started talking. So his husband, he used to coach football, so little league football, like 7 or 8 at night. Like I would come home, I would order my kids a pizza, and I would leave, and I would go be.
She started abandoning her wife's duties, and her husband would pick up on that. He's like, hold up, we start feeding the kids fucking fast food. Let's get the scriptures. Ecclesiastes 25 and let's start at 17. It says, the wickedness of a woman changeth her face, and darkeneth her countenance like sackcloth. You got a lot of women that are beautiful, but they got that super dark countenance because of all the shit that they be doing. You know? All the adultery that they be committing. You see that type of dark countenance on the so-called black women's face. Alright? Her man shall sit among his neighbors, and when he heareth it, shall sigh bitterly. Damn, man. That's terrible. Your woman is a talking stock of the community, and damn, bro. That shit will stress you out, man. All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. So even the most wickedest man is better than these damn women. The shit that they be doing. A lot of these women have murdered so many babies. Alright? They'll smile and say, hi. You think it's a sweet girl. She done did a lot of abortions. She done fucked over a lot of men. Ruined a lot of lives. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. It says, as the climbing up a sandy way is the feet of the age, so is the wife full of words to a quiet man. Stumble not at the beauty of a woman. Don't just fall because it's fall for a woman because she's pretty. Yeah, in the world, they'll tell you to get a nice looking woman and, you know, Everyone trying to find a woman that looks good, which all our women supposed to look good. But some dude head over heel because bitch is cute. You know, she dresses well. But you're not supposed to fall for that and desire her not for pleasure. Yeah, because, man, the most beautiful women be the worst. The worst ones are the best looking ones. Facts. The most damaged ones, the most fucked up in the head ones are the pretty ones. Yeah, and I just don't get with a woman for sex. And that's what is messing up our nation, because a lot of these dudes are getting with women because of looks, and they be terrible person. A woman, if she maintains her husband, is full of anger, impudence, and much reproach. We have seen that live. I mean, certain brothers have had experience. Yeah, the women get tired of you, irritated by you, just angry at you. You know? And it's even more that case if, say, if you fall on hard times, say if you're going through some shit, and she gotta really step up and help you, man, she gonna be carrying that grudge. She gonna mistreat you. She gonna be angry towards you. A wicked woman abated the courage and maketh a heavy countenance and a wounded heart. And the scripture says, a wounded heart who could bear a person with a wounded heart. So these women could really destroy your mind, man. Man, you ever had your heartbreak? That shit is one of the worst fucking pains. Literally, some men have become cold because of a wounded heart. Some men have become killers. Some men have they have changed because of what a woman has done to them. A woman that will not comfort her husband in distress maketh weak hands and feeble knees. Now, look what this woman did, man.
With the YN, like all the way in.
It may not be familiar, it use young.
His husband got suspicious and he started like digging for shit, like digging. What happened was he ended up putting a tape recorder in my car under my seat. I always talk to everybody through my car radio. Talking on the phone, and I talked to her through the car radio, and she was like, oh, you talk to such and such? And I was like, girl, like, he ain't on shit, he ain't about shit, like, I'm not finna play with him, whatever. So I'm sitting at the table eating my food, and he come home and he slammed the recorder down on the table. He like, what the fuck is this? I'm looking at him like, I don't know, what the fuck is that? So he got tears coming out his eyes.
He got tears coming out his eyes, and he knows. Women think they're so smart. Like, if men, if they get their head out the woman's ass, they'll see the signs. She's changed her attitude towards you. She'll have a whole different spirit on her. You know, her attention is not even on you. Her routine has changed. You know, and some men, they recognize that shit immediately. But these women, did they think, oh, he won't notice me? No, men will notice all that shit. If he really, like, into his woman, you know, he'll notice.
And he like, bitch, you been cheating on me, like.
Bored. The inception of this is at boredom. Idle mind is a devil's workshop. Make sure y'all stay busy. That was avoidable, that you found yourself in unnecessarily, and now you got to be in a co-parenting situation, and you And women are so dumb. Like, they not even as smart as we think they are. We just overlook a lot of stuff.
There it is. They're not as smart as they think they are. We just overlook. A lot of dudes can't see the red flags. They can't see it. Or they don't want to. You know?
And the fact that he got suspicious means that it was so obvious that she was switching up her routine. And you got a stable crib. You ain't got to worry about nothing. You obviously got a provider, because as soon as you get home, all you're doing is cooking for your kids and chilling. And you willing to throw all of that away just for some sex?
Bro, they're willing to go homeless over getting with another man. And they're willing to, over their feelings.
This is so dumb, bro.
Y'all heard you say like a nigga name. I'm like, no, like what are you talking about? Like that was whatever. But he thought he did. So anyway.
And she kept going, huh? So she wasn't just gonna leave well enough and on, oh man, I dodged a bullet this time. I'm gonna go ahead and chill out and walk. Like, you still gonna keep going, huh?
Yeah, these women, telling you, man. A wicked woman abated the courage. Yeah, hey, these women will take your ass down, man. Right? Doesn't matter who you are, how much money you make, how confident you are. If that shit happened to you, it's a real wound. A heavy countenance and a wounded heart. A woman will not comfort her husband in distress, make it weak hands and feeble knees. Of the women came the beginning of sin. Remember what Eve did. She ate up the philosophy of the serpent and went home and told, fed it to her husband. And they were both in sin. They both became naked. And through her we all die. So it's Eve's fault that we are now mortal. We're aging and shit. Showing you like, look man, these women, it doesn't matter if shit is perfect. They will find a way to ruin it. Give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to gad abroad. Yeah, that's one thing. Don't let them go out with no fucking friends or go to no events without you. Then they call it controlling. No. It's because you women are weak. You're easily swayed by some 2-cent words and shit, or a dude that could keep a good conversation.
Time went on. I'm still messing with him. I'm still going over his house, staying over his house damn near all day until it's time for me to go home. Okay, so, and I was all dressed up, and like me and the little YN, we had met, and it was another picture like of a week later. I'm in the bed asleep, and I'm cheating, so I'm already like kind of on ease. Every time he walk in, I'm kind of like jumping, like I got my phone on, do not disturb.
See, if you pay attention, the signs will reveal she's on edge, hiding the phone. She knows she ain't shit, man. These women know they ain't doing nothing good. She ain't cooking, she ordering food, she ain't even at the house. The man he's bugging out like, what the fuck? Like, he knows it, he feels it.
I got my phone like kind of tucked under my pillow because I'm doing shit I ain't got no business to do. And I was set up in the bed. I'm like, fuck. I'm coming in the room. I'm asleep. He ended up coming in the room. He like, bitch, I'm a fucking you. And I was set up in the bed. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, what? Mind you, I'm asleep. He like, bitch, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? Hey, I couldn't say shit. When I tell you this man started going crazy, this man started going berserk. He started tearing up the room. He started. Bitch, you caught red-handed. Like, what the fuck can you say? Mind you, it's like 11 o'clock at night at this time when he finds it. This man had cracked the code to my email from the Little League football team.
Nah, I just believe in walking away from a situation like that. Then how come you didn't hold them accountable? It's completely shattered because somebody else was knocking down your chick, bro.
On this man. So, I'm in the bed. I'm telling you, this shit went on for hours.
We just read it. Make it. It says, and a woman would not comfort her husband in distress, maketh weak hands and feeble knees. These women are supposed to give you words of confirmation. They're supposed to help you, you know. She ain't even saying shit. She probably was combative. Yeah, when you're going through stress, a woman's supposed to make you feel better. She's supposed to be a pillar of rest. But instead, they're looking to destroy you, man. And it says, give no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to gad abroad. And if she go not as thou wouldest have her, cut her off from thy flesh. So if she don't want to agree with you, if she want to go out and act a fool, cut her off, man. Alright? Don't try to cuff these women, man. If they want to run wild, get rid of their ass. And give her a bill of divorce and let her go. Yeah, because you're saving yourself from the heartache and the heartbreaks. Because if you try to tame a woman that don't want to be tamed, she only going to lash out on you. She going to cheat, talk shit, belittle you. That's why, man, we're looking for a new heaven wherein dwelleth new heaven and new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. This shit does a lot of damage to your mental estate, man. Know you gotta deal with some shit like that? A damaged woman? Amos 7:17, therefore thus saith the Lord, thy wife shall be an harlot in the city. Hey, we played the harlot, so the Most High made our wives play the harlot. See how it feels. That shit fucking hurts, man. You have a woman you think is good. She's catering to you, and at any moment she could be doing that with another man. And that's what we did to the Most High. You know? That's why the so-called black women, the so-called Hispanic women are the biggest whores in America. The biggest whores. And they belong to somebody. That's the crazy part. The easiest woman to get with is a woman that has a man. 'Cause that shit could be easy. We fear the Lord, that's why. We don't deal with a woman that has a man. And thy sons and thy daughters shall fall by the sword. Here in America, that's why you see them get gunned down. And thy land shall be divided by line. Literally, the Palestinian, the rats have divided the land with the Palestinians, and they have divided our land. And thou shalt die in a polluted land, here in America. And the apostle was going into this land is polluted because of all the whoredom wherever you see prostitution, the land is polluted. A small inkling of that is Fig. Look how polluted that area is, man. It's filthy. All right? And it's because of that, prostitution. And thou shalt die in a polluted land. And Israel, and this land is polluted for a lot of reasons. Bloodshed, all of it. And Israel shall surely go into captivity for from of his land. So the real Israelites, they've been taken into slavery from the land of Israel. These are the records. So the real people ain't in the land. All right? So yeah, man. It says all wives gonna be playing the harlot in the city. Social media is helping these women do the dirty deed, hook up with people all across their state, even from other states. You got women getting flown out to other city to run and be a harlot in that city, and they got a man in every city. Some of these pretty ass women. All right, they got sugar daddies on deck. They got busters on deck, hood dudes on deck. Yeah, man, shit's real sad. That's why we look for a kingdom where indwelleth righteousness, where women are back in the order. It says to commit fornication, to adultery, to be unfaithful. This woman is what? Unfaithful.
It got to be like 4 o'clock in the morning. This man was still crying, like going off on me, just doing the.
Showing you she don't even comfort her man. She don't know how to. Make it weak hands and feeble knees.
At this point, I'm like, just beat my ass, cause I'm sleepy and I want to go to sleep. So this man ain't let me go to sleep all night long. So anyway, he ended up leaving. I fucking finally am able to go to sleep. He goes and find this man of her and tells this why the YN say, yeah, I am messing with your wife. I love her. And tells this man everything. Oh my God. He tells me everything. I ended up leaving, staying gone for the day. Like, I think that night I stayed at the YN house until he calmed down and he begged me to come back home. I ended up going back home, but after, you know how it is. When a nigga cheat, a nigga just cheat. When a bitch cheat, a nigga can't take it. He having a heart attack. He about to die.
So it didn't work out. It says to commit adultery, prostitute, play the harlot. It says whore. So this is an example of thy wife shall be a harlot in the city. She found another dude in the city and whored out with him. Became his whore. And then went back to her husband, man. This is why the Lord said this is a evil and adulterous generation. He even said in other parts it says a perverse and adulterous generation. I don't even think none of us is really truly born without our fathers or mothers committed adultery. There might be some brothers out there, but your mother probably been, just in general, some mother have been with multiple men before they got with their fathers, or their father got with that woman, most likely in adultery. All right. It says, Matthew 12:39, but he answered them and said unto them, an evil and adulterous generation. So a lot of adultery have brought us into this world, man. And evil. Men going after other man's women destroying their family just to get with another man over their feelings. Shit is just terrible world, man. This is our people. Seeketh after a sign, but there shall no sign be given to it but the sign of the prophet Jonas. So the prophets is a sign. But yeah, man. Evil and adulterous generation. Let's see what the people in the comments say. She enjoyed telling that story. She wasn't ashamed. She was happy. This woman has the maturity of a 14-year-old. So men are figuring out that these women ain't. They're the worst. Lost my wife to a YN? I thank that little N every day. Send me blessings. She talk like a teen, has no shame. No pride, no shame, no sense. It's amazing how adultery is normalcy in today's age. Like it is nothing. So adulterous generation. It says a happy life is no wife. One day I'm just bored. That's it. It says you can never turn them into a housewife. Yeah, it's not yours. It's your turn. Your turn to rent the box. Put it on lease. Really, that's what it is. But yeah, man. You see why Paul said, be even as him. The full circle. We're going back in full circle. See, just be like him. Don't even deal with a woman, because that shit will have you crash out, man. That shit will have you out of character. It says, 1 Corinthians 7:1, now concerning the things whereof ye wrote unto me, it is good for a man not to touch a woman. And this was coming from Yahushai, because Yahushai taught Paul, in the spirit, It was not spoken because of how Paul felt. The Spirit of the Lord was on him. And it's good. You don't touch a woman, because a lot of these women now, they got STDs and shit. So yeah, man. Lord willing, this is edifying. Giving all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahushai, Shalom.